All right, Elise, let's look at your swim stroke. We're going to start with a front view, and we've got your above water view up top here and below water on the bottom. We'll let you swim up, get a little bit closer. One thing I see here, very nice head position. We can see about half of your head sticking up there. It's exactly where you want it. Okay, two things right here. Let's take a look at this entry into um, the pool. The recovery is a little wide, but definitely not my biggest concern here, so I wouldn't worry about that right now. But what I'm more concerned about is the entry and two particular things of the entry. See the recovery come around, and what happens here are the two things that I'm talking about. One is that the arm is almost completely extended. It's pretty much extended as far as you're going to extend it, and it's pretty much all still above water. Your elbow has started to touch, but basically the entire arm is up above water and extended fully out in front of your body. What we would like to see is for that hand to come around and the fingertips to enter the water first, create a hole in the water, and the rest of the arm just follow right through that hole so that the arm extends out underneath the water rather than extending out above water. So your hand would enter the water 4 to 6 inches in front of your head. Hand goes through the hole, followed by the wrist, followed by the forearm, followed by the elbow, followed by the bicep, and finally the shoulder. All go through that hole, and the arm extends under the water. Whenever we extend something out like this above water, what happens is something above water in the front here causes the back to drop. So the back end drops down, and you're having to compensate for that. So that's the first thing, is the arm extended out above water. The second thing is what we call crossover. So this arm is pointing off in this direction. If we go back just a little bit, we'll see here your body's in a nice straight position. And you can see that underwater as well. Your body's fairly straight position. But as we go forward and that arm swings around, what you can see, well, maybe we'll see it a little better when it gets closer, but you can kind of see here, instead of your body being at that straight position now the upper body's pointed a little bit this way, and then the legs are this way. So you've got a slight bend in your body. Let's see if we go back. If we go back and we look, okay, here's your shoulder, here's your hip on this side. So this is the frontal area that your body's presenting. As that arm comes across, we can see that the top half of your body extends out further now, as do your hips a little bit further. So now, instead of frontal area from here to here, you've got a frontal area all the way out here to here. And maybe we'll see it a little bit better on another view here. But essentially that's what's happening. This arm's cutting across, causing your upper body to cut across this way, whereas your legs are straight on. So you create this bend in your body, which essentially makes the area that you have to push through the water larger. The water's extremely dense, and so it will definitely slow you down. Here we can see again the shoulders actually closer to being underwater than the rest of the arm. But we can see the splash here, elbow all the way up the hand. We shouldn't see that. We should see a small little splash where the fingers enter and all the rest of the arm follows it. Once again, great head position. Not as bad of a crossover that time. You start in that direction, but then you straighten it out. So just touching the center line. That's fine because your body stays relatively straight. You don't want to cross over that center line though, significantly. See the same thing here with this hand coming real close to crossing over there, but that's okay. So the biggest thing we want to avoid here are the two things. One, entry into the water. As that recovery arm comes around, enters into the water, we want to enter just in front of the head, 4 to 6 inches, fingertips first, and have the hand follow through that hole that the fingertips make and extend out underneath the water. The other thing is we don't want to cross over the center line of our body as the arm comes around. We'll take a look at the side view and see what we can see there.